And it is my pleasure and my privilege to be here with you tonight to listen to the wisdom of Leymah Gbowee, who has not only changed the world, but demonstrated the power of the individual in a complex political environment.
This is why we are here tonight. We are here to hear from someone who embodies the very spirit of social change. Leymah's leadership of the Women of Liberia Mass Action for Peace, which brought together Christian and Muslim women in a nonviolent movement that played a crucial role in ending the Liberian Civil War in 2003, is going to be the topic of tonight's lecture.
We are honored to welcome Leymah Gbowee to UAB and to Birmingham, her first trip to Alabama.
Thank you. Thank you. And then you ask yourself, where are we going? How can we change this? What can we do? And those questions we will continue to ask until you and I begin to start to first speak for ourselves. But before you can speak for yourself, you need to get real mad. Mad about what you are passionate about. Some people say, I'm passionate about girls' education. Get mad. I'm passionate about women's rights. Get mad. I'm passionate about the divisions in our community. Get mad. But by getting mad is not good enough, because most people are mad in front of their television set. It's not going to take you anywhere. You have to take one more step and step outside. Find someone who is mad and crazy like you, and then start to plan your actions. How can we change this? Use your voice not just for yourself, but in the interest of others. Do not be worried about, am I going to be invited again? Because trust me, sometimes when you misbehave, they like it and they will call you back. A few years ago, right after the Libyan crisis, or a year after the Libyan crisis, I was invited to go to Libya. I got to Tripoli and spent days meeting with a cross-section of people. And in my invite, I was going to speak to over 100 women on the role of women in the rehabilitation and reconstruction of Libya. So the first group I meet with, second group I meet with, third group I meet with. And then I meet with government officials, and everyone is talking about a terrible thing happening here. That terrible thing was rape, but no one wanted to voice rape. So something terrible happened here, something terrible. And every time I heard something terrible happen, I would get so angry. But in my private meeting with women and young men, they were talking about some of the most brutal forms of rape that they had to endure. But no one would speak it, and in order to recognize it, you have to speak it. But no one was prepared to do that. So we go to this meeting where I'm supposed to speak to 100 women. I get in the room and there are probably maybe 10 women, and they're all female ambassadors from different countries. But every high-profile members of the Libyan government was seated there. And every high-profile members of the religious council was seated there. And all of the martyrs who had been free from prison, people who had been in prison under Gaddafi, they called martyrs, they were out too. So that was the appropriate space to speak. And I sat there, read the paper, and they said she's going to speak to us on the role of women. And I just asked myself, where are the women? Who am I going to be speaking to? Lord Jesus, give me a word for these people. So when they introduced me, I went up there. And I told myself I will use my voice to name rape. Even if I'm not given a visa to come here again, I will open up this conversation and let it be my legacy whilst I was here. So I started by saying rape and rape and rape and rape and rape and rape and rape. And once I ended my speech, I said to them, to cover up such a heinous crime and not address it, the leaders in this room will be no different from Gaddafi. And I walk out. You could drop a pin. I left that country really angry. 2 weeks later, the justice minister called me and said he had drafted a law for reparation for victims of rape.